And there we go. Now we're live streaming to YouTube.
Advertising the service. I'll set you up on a suit against these bastards, get you some money at the bonds. But the thing is, pros saying the court system is designed and required to assist you in curing your case. So if you do it early in the beginning, they help you fix it so that you can effectively sue. So if your is wrong, don't worry about it. They will admonish you. Some of them might be harsh and fierce because they're really stressed and so on, but nonetheless, they have to help you get the words right for your suit. And unless they tell you you can't, you can repeatedly sue even after you lost. You can just change the wording and go at it another way. So basically, these guys are fine. Okay, as long as you get at the bond and attempt to claim money from them, and that's the way you want to get it, your compensation for damage. And you just have to, if you want to sue for $1 million, you just got to figure a way to substantiate that you've been damaged to $1 million.
So my family and I are traveling up to Central Florida to go be with my wife's family for Thanksgiving. So we're in the process of packing and getting everything together. But I missed the last two firesides, and I really wanted to connect with you all before I bounce. I don't know how things should be okay after Thanksgiving week, leading up to Christmas. I'll be home and working, so I should be able to do them. But I just wanted to make sure that we had an opportunity to connect before missing it again, right? So you all can hear me all right?
Yep.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, wonderful. I don't know if we're going to have anybody else, but let's just roll right into it. The Phiron Sage just appeared. The Phiron pledge is: I pledge my mind to the respectful recognition of the sovereign liberty essential to human dignity. I pledge my hands to the creation and maintenance of communal, cultural, and ecological prosperity. I pledge my eyes to watch over the integrity of truth and justice with acceptance of the natural balance of diversity and equality. And I pledge my heart to the connection that binds all of us throughout creation. I pledge my whole being with humility and love to the grateful service of all sentient beings and human consciousness, and I will duly act in accordance to the principles derived from such wisdom. So today is Monday, November 22nd, 2021, and this is a Fireside Chat for the community of Phiron, and here to chronicle the origin and sort of development of Phiron and the community that comes together, and the sort of impetus and need of humanity to have self-determination, cooperation, and means for making decisions globally that is free of corruption and truly representative of the will of the superorganism of humanity, which we stipulate is far greater than any AI or governing board or Congress that's found in the planet. We've gone from a civilization of autocracy and dictators battling it out to this semblance of self-determination in the form of democracy and the Western civilization of the 19th and 20th and now 21st century. And as we step on the precipice of a fourth industrial revolution that is being foisted upon us by those who have built society and envisioned it to their own benefits, are reticent to hand over the reins to an unruly and subjugated people. And so we're here saying we are neither unruly nor subjugated. And we are going to be building a civilization that is appropriate to our needs, our future generations' needs, to be able to live in balance, live in harmony with our environment, and truly live up to the potential of what humanity was born to be, which is free and independent, as the words of John F. Kennedy. And so we've been coming together every week to discuss the uptake or the upkeep and sort of the next steps in the Phiron community and Phiron Global Partners, the company that's bringing this to bear into the market. And to that end, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of an update. We spoke with the Federal Emergency Management Agency over the past 2 weeks. They needed 75,000 emergency shelters, and we were able to provide it. They sort of dropped the ball, but we are still going to be building hopefully around 1,500. And that's going to be a fun project out in California. But that's also with the group, or in partnership, I would say, with a group that has committed a lot of money towards Phiron in the future in terms of contracts. And we're very excited to see those come to fruition in January. In terms of our launch of the Fire token, we've spoken with our lawyers. Our Reg D is official now. And so we're able to say for accredited investors, there is a pre-IPO discount for those who can prove their accreditation status. And then we're launching a Reg A plus offering with stock and coins. And that should be basically end of January. So the dollar Fire tokens will be hitting the market then is the intention and what we're moving towards. We've had a number of conversations with previous investors and interested investors, and things are ramping up and people are excited. I was invited to present Phiron and my own NFTs at Bit Basel in Miami next week after next, at the Sagamore Hotel. And there's going to be Dead Mouse performing. There's going to be some famous people, and I can't even remember who they are, but I do remember Dead Mouse will be performing there. And so we'll be presenting. Everybody will have an opportunity to interact with Phiron, the logo, the brand, the company, the videos, our NFTs, which will be exciting. And we should be able to close our round, our friends and family private Series D round or Reg D round then, which is exciting. And then, like I said, the launch of the Reg A plus and public offer. So having our current securities free trading on a securities exchange throughout the world, actually, Canada, North America, Europe, which is a huge deal, because once a company shares a free trading, there's a lot of amazing things that happen in terms of brokers and broker dealers. Now, that is going to be just for the exchange part. So we saw what Binance did, and then they got in trouble with the SEC. And the SEC even was so kind as to tell us why, right? And so we're filing correctly in that way in order to be able to sort of take over the place of where Binance is in terms of market share and importance and relevancy, with our own decentralized exchange that would be managed by a DAO, which is a very exciting thing. If you know anything about DAOs are decentralized autonomous organizations, which are essentially smart contracts built in such a way as that they can function as a corporation. So technically you could have a corporation that has nobody in charge of it, right? That's just freestanding code out on the market. And what nobody's been able to do is bring that together with the actual brick and mortar functioning of a bank or an exchange for that matter. So we're taking the entire concept of Phiron, we're moving forward with that, but we're breaking off this little piece and saying, we're going to do the exchange in this really, really exciting way. And we're not going to tell, like, you all are the only ones who know, and not enough people watch this channel yet to really have it become a big deal in the Bitcoin space. But when they get a wind of it, it's going to become a big deal in the Bitcoin space, which is exciting to me, because we've needed that, but only at the right time. We are on the cusp, essentially, of getting all the funds that we need to execute on all the different aspects of the Phiron vision. A decentralized autonomous bank, cooperative credit union that's owned by everybody, with options for, international citizenship eventually, which is the goal. Then we can actually have a nation built on values instead of geography, built on something real and tangible. As funny as that is to say, against, geography is real and tangible, but so often before the internet, we were a product of our community. Those people that we had the pleasure or, serendipity to interact with in that local community. And then as telephones, we were able to have more communication. Then as the internet expanded, now we're able to really connect with like-minded folks wherever they are in the world. Now, if we can take that, those people who we do commerce with, who we like, who share the same values as us, that we cohort with, no longer respective to geography, and then we take that and create a nation, essentially, that would be, there are some attempts at this. Terra Mar was Ghislaine Maxwell's attempt at it. There is Terra Genesis, I think. There's a company that is building a civilization in space. Like they're literally creating a whole nation recognized in space. So we're going to essentially do the same thing, and a nation based on values, and it's a virtual nation, or a non-localized nation, right? Because we all have localized field of awareness that is our I, and then our non-localized field of awareness where we can tap into the intelligence of the planet or the solar system. So if we create a virtual nation with a banking authority and a decision-making process, then what we have is essentially non-localized field of civilization, culture, right? So that's the philosophy really behind Phiron, and what that's going to look like is with this first launch of our token and our decentralized exchange managed by a DAO. And we were just given a DAO to manage. In fact, the Miami DAO. Well, we were offered it. We didn't make a decision quite yet, but it's indicative of where we're headed, right? Because if it happens that our lawyer was the #1 lawyer for DAOs in the world, based out of Switzerland, and one of the top 20 crypto lawyers in the world, recognized by Forbes, and that to be doing this DAO work along with the banking and all of this it's super, super exciting for me, just because I grew up in the industry, and I'm excited to see where it goes. And I see a lot of companies that's just scrambling for money. That's literally the function of it. It's like, ooh, more efficient money, so let's make more of it, right? Instead of the true potential of the blockchain, which is self-determination, decentralization, and self-governance, which is what we're here to do, right? And that's why we're not big and flashy. And when the time comes to be big and flashy, we're going to do it, and we're going to do it really well. I think everybody who is at the launch party can attest to we can go big and we can go flashy. So, but right now it's still like humble work, do pattern, discipline, and making steady strides forward. We have a number of different fronts that Phiron Global Partners is working on, in material science, in fuel, in power generation, and obviously our blockchain governance system. So the focus is here, and yeah, if any of you guys are accredited investors, hit me up and I'll get you taken care of. And then when it's time for the Reg A Plus offering and goes to the public, we're going to let you all know first, so you can get a good discount, right? So let me look at the participants, if we've got anybody in the waiting room. No, that's good. Let me look at the chat real quick. If anybody has any questions, please just hit me up right now. Thanks, Daniel, for getting everybody to mute their mics. Is there anybody here that's new? I recognize a lot of the names. Alden, have we spoken before? I feel like we have.
No, we haven't. I've been following you for quite a few months. I like your information and the way you present it.
Thank you. You catch it on Baseline? Is that how?
Yes, I catch it on Baseline. I follow you on Telegram.
Yeah. So do you know anything about what Phiron's about?
No, I went there. I'm kind of figuring it out. I downloaded Drab, but it wouldn't work, and it might be because I haven't upgraded my OS in a while.
That is a common issue, yeah.
But I intentionally don't upgrade my OS.
On that, I literally don't upgrade. I'm getting deja vu like crazy. I literally don't upgrade my iOS on purpose, because it obsoletes your phone quicker, if that makes any sense. It makes your phone harder to manage, harder to work, less operational, so that you are forced to get the next one, right? And that's kind of jerky. So I'm with you. I only actually updated my thing for Firon specifically, and that's because I built it. So no judgment here if you don't want to update your iOS. Okay. In the future, the app will be programmable or reachable just from the web. We won't need to go through Apple or go through Google Play or anything like that. You'll be able to just access it directly.
That's great because I love your product.
Well, thanks, bro. The idea here is that if we are able to bank for ourselves and make decisions together as a body populace, then it's kind of like unions in the sense, right? Like our voices together are stronger than they are separated. And if we're able to create a means by which we can interact and do commerce together privately, and benefit from our doing commerce together, because right now we're taxed, and the Federal Reserve benefits from us using their corporate currency, right? If we make our own currency and harvest our own transactions, then we build up an extra reserve of money as a population just by doing what we do. And then we're able to take that and use it towards something powerful, specific, impactful. And I think once we have a unified body populace of people who have the same values, we can actually make some really cool things happen if we have some, economic wherewithal behind this. So thanks for being here. No
problem.
Sharing your time. So I've got a phone number on here, 1-224-273. You want to introduce yourself? I don't see a name, so I don't know if you're a longtime visitor or a new folk.
No, I'm new.
Hi, what's your name?
Janie. Just
Janie.
listening in.
Thanks, Janie. Like Janie's got a gun?
Mm-hmm. Oh, you
Nice.
bet. Yeah.
Oh, you bet. That's great. Where you at, Janie?
I'm in Illinois.
Cool. And you found us through Baseline, Tori?
Yes.
How'd you find us? Cool.
Actually, my son.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
it's amazing how many families actually watch. So do you have any questions about Firon? What's your superpower?
What is my superpower? Trying to get out of the way I'm living. Just interested in just making things better.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of us who have that as a baseline, right? Kind of tired of the nastiness of the world and the wickedness of the world, and when we're capable of so much better, I experience it every day with my family in little ways.
Yeah, I work indirectly in healthcare, and it's not good. Yeah,
things have gotten pretty weird. So basically what we're about is saying, enough of that nonsense. Let's build something that does make sense, that is better, that is worth living for.
Yes. Yep. Just downloaded the app, see what else is there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're here, Janie. Thanks for sharing your time with us.
No, thank you. I don't understand everything, but I'll get there.
Yeah, totally. I mean, what it's going to look like is next year we're going to issue a bank card. You'll have to join the app, sign up like you would like your banking app, and then you'd have a multi-wallet. You can put USD, you can put whatever different cryptocurrency you have, and then you get it's like banking with us, right? But It's so much more than just banking. It's making decisions together. It's learning how to build chicken coops. It's like all of the productivity and things that are good in our lives, but in a way, in a system that actually benefits us and doesn't like harvest us and make a world of misery out of us.
Okay. So the crypto I have now, I'd be able to put in there?
Correct.
Okay.
That's right. And right now it's just a social media app, but it will get to that point in short order.
Yeah, if what I have goes anywhere, yeah.
It will. It might take some time, but yeah. Well, thanks for sharing your time with us, Janie.
Thank you.
Yep. Angelina and Jeff, you guys have your hands up. You want to ask a question?
Hi, Xavier. Happy Monday.
What up? Happy Monday.
I just wanted to share with you. So in preparation for potentially losing my job, I went to a meeting here locally, and a group of healthcare workers are getting this whole system put together. They're building it from the ground up. It's all the healthcare workers that are getting fired because of not getting the vaccine. So they've created this system that they're gonna launch soon. They're called Heart of Hope, Heart of Hope, and their website is heartofhopehealth.com. If you're interested in looking into them at all, they're trying to make it locally here, and then they're trying to reach kind of eventually to a national level. I just thought it would be something you might be interested in.
What are they
looking
doing?
Into.
Yeah, what are they doing?
So they're creating like surgical centers, and they're creating
like an alternative medical system.
Alternative medical, yeah. And so it's going to be the focus is kind of the unvaxxed healthcare worker for the unvaxxed patient, because it's getting to the point where insurance companies are going to stop providing people that are unvaccinated with, it's going to get to that point. It's not there yet, but insurance companies.
Well, everything I've heard is that the insurance companies are not working with the vaxxed. Like you can't buy life insurance policies. That insurance companies are now saying that they will not take new insurance cases if they are vaxxed. Yeah, are you saying it's more the opposite?
Yeah. So what they're going to do is it's like a membership. So like you pay, I don't know, $100.
Yeah.
It's
like like Christian healthcare systems. There's Christian healthcare systems, and it's like an alternative health insurance.
Yeah. So what they're going to try and focus on is an actual like hospital, but they're labeling it a treatment center because it's there's less regulations on it. And then they're trying to come up with a surgical center. They've had like 40 acres donated to them by a investor. They've had like they have enough investment to create a whole like intricate network of like follow-up care and preventative care and surgical care, and so I just thought it was really exciting.
Well, check this out. If you can contact them and connect with them, I have a proof of work cryptocurrency called Token of Hope instead of Heart of Hope, and they want a coin. Like, we'll give it to them. If you can put us in contact with them. I don't have time to reach out to them, honestly, but if they're interested, how about that? If they're interested, you can bring them to me, maybe.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that. I've already reached out to them, and I'm getting involved with the startup of it, just kind of volunteering my services and my abilities.
We've got a network like you wouldn't believe. If they needed marketing and signups and people, we've got like a lot of people looking for health insurance that they want to do it outside of the normal, technocratic biomedical police state health insurance system. And there's a lot of people doing it via Christian policies, but if they're doing one and they're doing the same kind of structure, like we have a whole agorist community through Unleash the Goose and the Survival Podcast and Living Free in Tennessee and John Bush's Freedom Cells. Like, we have a bunch of clients waiting for them. So do have them contact me. I can help them a great deal.
I'll get them in contact with you. That'd be great.
Very
Thank
cool.
you.
Nice. Yeah, love it. Thank you. Anybody else have any questions? Rusty and Denise have their phones unmuted. Did you guys want to chat?
Not yet. Personally, I just want to say hi, and I just want to listen to what's going on for a bit.
Cool. Thanks, Rusty.
Talk to you soon. Nice to see you.
Yep. You as well. I'm going to mute you. John, you got a question?
Yes, sir. Last time we talked, we were talking about a plant design. I finally remember the name of the company that does the engineering, the procurement, the construction, everything. It's OPD. Okay. The website is opdepc.com.
Uno momento, por favor.
I'll just
OPD
EPC.com.
EPC.com. Engineering, procurement, and construction. Optimized process design. Very cool.
That's all I had.
Copy that.
Have a good
No,
day.
thank you. That's a simple, well put together site. That's good. It gives me some ideas. Well, thank you. So let's see. Anybody else? Alden, sorry. By the way. Alden, you have your hand up. Did you want to ask anything? You have two Aldens here. Alden, you are unmuted. I'm still getting deja vu. It's wild. Knight of Spades. Have we chatted before? Kate of Spades. That's clever. I thought it was Knight. Hi, Kate of Spades. I don't know if we've chatted before. Would you like to introduce yourself and your superpower? And tell us why 8 of Spades, because that's piqued my interest. Hello, Kate. Can you hear us? Yeah, go ahead, Kate. You can unmute yourself, and then we'll be able to hear you. Kate?
I'm sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Took me a minute to figure out how to unmute myself there.
Right, I saw your hand up. And
I was on the wrong screen.
How are you? Okay.
I'm great. It's great to be here. I'm excited to hear more about your platform and what you're doing.
Nice.
Myself am I have a hard time naming myself.
That's all right.
I'm really into cryptos and I'm excited to hear more about it. But I'm also into, I'm an innovative agriculture pioneer. I do in vertical farming. I'm in the interior of BC. And
very cool.
I'm excited to hear more about your program.
Wow, thank you. Thank you for being here. So I don't know if it was cutting up for everybody else, but it was choppy. But I think what I've made out of that is that you're a agronomist and you like growing stuff vertically and cutting edge growing techniques. I'd imagine you're pretty familiar with permaculture and horticulture in general, which is exciting. I am as well. I'm putting in actual vertical farming in my backyard, and in the Phiron quiver of technology, we have a bunch of vertical growing systems that we deploy. And I just haven't been able to put all of this stuff up on the website. So if any of you saw Baseline today, I'm looking for developers, and I'm also looking for our crew here. And I'm sorry, we haven't been keeping up on our side. William hasn't been in touch to make sure everybody's got their list and tasks to do. But I think I'm going to go ahead and kind of take over on that and make sure that we all get together and know what our bounties and quests are, so that we can start earning those fire tokens and posting on the site and sharing publicly, especially going from the Reg D to our Reg A plus offering. We're going to have to put a budget aside for specifically marketing. We're going to bring a lot of innovators and influencers on board, and I think we're going to kick it off with this whole Basel event that's happening. So for those of you on the volunteer group list, keep an eye out. I'm going to start communicating in there, and I'll get you introduced to Hawk and Billy. Some of you have already met Billy, but you haven't met Hawk yet, who will sort of be your guide through the adventure of community management at Phiron. And then Kate, thank you for being here. So if you're looking for a good crypto to get into before, you found the right spot. I don't know if you know anything about me, but I was in the crypto space since like 2013, 2012, really. But really, I got in 2013 and bought a bunch of Bitcoin before it was $20. And had become quite well known in the industry and then got hacked and lost what would equate to about 160 million now. I would be totally sitting pretty. Firon would be in existence. Everything would be on a different track and timeline, except there was some real criminally minded individual who decided they were going to steal everything from me at the time in 2015. And so it put us back a little bit, but back in action and back at it, and actually doing really well now, a lot better. And I think when we get back to that point, it's going to be much better than we could have done way back in the day. Anyway, I'm a much different person now, so in a good way, right? So thanks for being here, Kate. Jeffrey Slavin. I don't know if it's Slavin or Slavin. Would you like to introduce yourself and tell us your superpower?
Yeah, man. I am Jeff Slavin. I'm here up in North Idaho. My superpower is taking care of all things living on this planet, particularly the plants and the trees. And
nice.
I am here to help us make some changes. I'm tired of sitting by and watching, so I want to be a part of what's going on.
Amen, dude. I love it. Appreciate you. Appreciate your energy too. Do you know Angelina and Jeffrey? They're also in Idaho. This isn't Jeffrey from Angelina and Jeffrey, is it?
No, but they're my friends.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Just figures.
I brought him on board.
Nice. Thanks, Angelina. Yeah, so basically we're creating a digital banking system that we can all make decisions together and have a virtual nation that can take us in human consciousness and human civilization to the next stage instead of this dark, nasty BS that they're promulgating. This is the party, and this is where it's at. And all of us crazies are the ones who are gonna, set the new vibratory state and kind of, you ever see that meme video where like one dude's just dancing all wacky at the festival, and then like another dude comes and sort of making fun but just playing, and then that person makes another person, and then all of a sudden it's the whole crowd. You guys ever see that video? Well, either way,
yeah,
if you have or
Yeah,
haven't,
I remember it. Yeah.
Yep, that's sort of the vibe here.
But I've seen that effect.
Yeah, totally. And so that's what we're doing. And a lot of this year has been discipline on my side, like getting up every day, doing baseline, making business calls, writing contracts, just working out, just being disciplined. And part of that is, these fireside chats and getting to know all of y'all a little bit more, because I think when it goes time for us to go big, it's the strength of our relationships that are going to help carry that through. Like, y'all don't even know it, but the corporation is the Firon is a bank. It's a decentralized autonomous bank, or DANK, right? And it's managed and operated by its people, its users, its owners, and that's all y'all. So y'all are like the first of the ship for the next banking system in the world, and that's what we're doing here, and that's what these calls are. They're sort of a testimony into the future. Because if we don't get our act together and do something properly, then it'll be done for us and it won't be in our best interest. So if we maintain our course and heading, and just do so with discipline and stick-to-itiveness and the wherewithal that's required to create a new system, then that's all it takes. And we're going to come under pressure, and things are going to be difficult, and things are going to be amazing, and we're going to have amazing adventures. And it's all begun this year, and thanks to our early investors and people who believed in this vision and who have continued on the ride with us and supporting us. And a lot of them come through here, and you might not ever know that they were there. But they're watching things that you guys are doing and things that we're doing. And I know, like, the Telegram's sort of unruly. I saw some weird stuff going down there the other day. But that's sort of, humanity, right? We're a little messy. We're all trying to figure our way out of this, right? And into this in some ways. So, yep. I'm glad that you're here, basically, is what I'm saying. Anybody else have any questions that they want to ask or address? Hey, what's up, Maya?
Hi, Xavier. Hope you're doing well. Welcome back.
Thank you. Yes, doing great.
And you were talking earlier. You were talking earlier about people not getting medical treatment. We just went through that. Me and my husband, we got dental denied at the VA in Erie, Pennsylvania.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wait, the VA is requiring it? Well, of course they are. They treat, yeah, jeez.
Yeah, they're requiring anything, a test, math, everything. And the funny thing is we've got everything on video. Even the doctor wasn't wearing the mask right in front of us. So we asked for liability. We put them in a difficult spot, you know, because like this is the way that
Good.
we fight. Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
where's the liability? Why is the doctor not wearing the mask? So the rules are for me and not for the doctor. It's just, you know, stupid.
Yeah, no,
But yeah.
good. Stand up. That's great. That's inspiring. So everybody here, check out operationjointhesuit.com, and suit is SUIT, operationjointhesuit.com. And that is to send letters to your attorney generals of your state to join the suit, to hold the states accountable. And the more that, I don't think people understand this, and I just realized it because Tori said it, is that if you write letters to the state representatives, congressmen, you know, anybody that has been voted for, they have to log it and they have to keep documents of it. And so it's another way to put pressure on for them to do their actual job and what they meant to do. And I just honor you guys for standing up and declaring and standing for your rights, right? I wish you the best. So yeah, Heart of Hope, I think is something that's happening. And I would definitely look into the Christian healthcare systems like Zion Healthcare and some of these other. Just type in Google like Christian healthcare insurance or whatever, and they'll give you some options. Because a lot of them are starting to be like, they're starting to say serving the unvaxxed, right? Which I think is a huge deal.
Yeah. I've been standing up since I was still in uniform, and
yeah, I remember that.
I
yeah.
no regrets, no regrets. Like now they're starting to realize why.
Yep. I think Disney just stated that, okay, you don't have to get vaccinated if you work for Disney, because like they were losing everybody, and it's starting to make me think that there are a lot more unvaxxed than would be admitted. You know, like people aren't going to stand up and be like, you know, F this as much as this, you know, as much as they are just being quiet about it and doing their own thing. So we'll see how that all comes to a head this winter, I think.
Thank you, Daniel. I think this is the way to serve now. Stand for yourself. This is how you serve the country. You can't allow
That's
this.
right. That's right. It's really true. All right, any last minute questions or thoughts? Let me look in the chat. Nice.
What's the website again for the lawsuit?
Operation Join the Suit.
Okay, got it.
Operation Join the Suit.
And if
yep.
we're involved, how do we let you know, Xavier, to get the fire tokens? Because we're meeting up with a group on tomorrow to start writing letters up here in North Idaho.
Okay, great. What you're gonna do is like, you know how on Tori's site everybody's taking pictures and showing that they sent the letter or whatever? We'll do the same thing, and we'll find somebody to send it to and keep track of, and then we'll issue those. You know, maybe like $5 or $10 or something more.
Okay, thank you.
And then
Awesome.
today is our last day to let our attorney generals know what we expect of them. So tomorrow is the day the suit is filed. So make sure you get an email out there. Don't send it snail mail. Get that thing, get it signed, get some friends to sign it, and shoot an email to your attorney general today.
Okay. That's a good point. I didn't know that, Jeff. Rusty, you have your hand up. You want to ask something or say something?
Yeah, hello. Yeah, so I just wanted to say over here, you know, it's 12 hours ahead of you. So we're almost midnight where I'm living. I'm a teacher over here in Vietnam. And in the same spirit of we're introducing fire on to some people earlier, same spirit, my local group here, including a few teachers, one of the richer guys in the group offered to buy a school because a lot of us are going to be facing, redundancy when we're teaching online right now, but schools will open up eventually, and we'll have to provide documentation. So we were thinking if we got our own school, how can we make a big difference? And is there a I mean, it's kind of, you don't know the market here, but the point is, a lot of you guys are homeschoolers, and we'd like some, brainstorming on that. What works at home, critical thinking kinds of lessons, things like that. Re-educate the ones who are being re-educated in the wrong way. The
Right.
next generation needs some guidance. So anyone who does homeschooling, I'd love to get private messages. I'll put my name in the chat again. You guys can give me some curriculum tips. It'd be great. Or
that's awesome. I was actually just speaking to somebody yesterday, and they were admonishing me to create a virtual school, with my wife, and it was funny. That was our conversation yesterday. Was basically, should we, could we, how would we create an online virtual school?
It's a whole rabbit hole. We're just decided to take it on. So,
well, I know within the Phiron vision, what we plan on having is basically like personal tracks, right? Educational tracks for individuals, not just your common, English, history, all of these things, but like a personalized individual track, educational track for you to advance both your curriculum, your understanding, and what you're interested in, as well as like your trades and what you can do to create and produce. So if that's teachers, if that's fabricators, if that's, all the different options there. So that would be really interesting. Rusty, you and I should have a chat.
Yeah. I'll tag you later.
Okay, bro.
Yep.
Thanks for sharing. Maya, you have your hand up again? You wanted to say something?
Yeah, I was gonna say something along the lines about the homeschooling thing, because I was trying to put something together through the Geneva app, because it's what I found that I could get organized in. It has a few chat rooms in which you can do live sessions. And my idea was that I could get a few people that can donate 30 minutes or an hour of their time to talk about what they do for a living. So if you're an engineer, you can talk about the basics of engineering, or if you're an IT person, or if you know knitting or baking and stuff like that, and kind of fill a calendar with activities like this to teach children that are at home. So you would always have material going on and children at home learning from this stuff. I put it together
like a mini TED Talk kind of thing, free TED Talks for the students.
Yeah, pretty much. And
where
also,
they could share what their trade is and how they do it, if they're in that way the kids can know if they're interested in doing it themselves or something.
Yeah, and then it's community based. So whoever in your community can donate a little bit of time to teach the kids, you can keep the kids busy, and you can keep the community engaged.
Yeah.
That was something. There was something else I was going to say. Give me a second. Okay, I lost it, but yeah, I tried to start that too. Oh, the trips, I wanted to see if Iron could host some, I don't know, kind of like a school trip type of thing, which we can teach the local kids, the community kids about blockchain, because I feel like that's very important to have them dig into these days.
I was asked by somebody from the city of Miami to go and teach at the school where the first Black astronaut came from, blockchain, an elementary school. And I said, yes, I'm waiting to hear back what that looks like and when, but that's something I'm very interested in. But you're talking about having a tour, like a Phiron tour, where we go and teach both at the schools and about the company as well. That's always actually been my vision, is to have a caravan, with a bunch of veggie diesel buses and stuff. Yeah. And go around and throw parties and teach everybody about Phiron. I still want to do that. Yeah. Maybe next year. That would be fun, actually. Let's do it.
All right, something to think about. Something we can build towards too.
Yep, very cool. I'm gonna contact everybody in the volunteer group, and we're gonna get a meeting together with Hawk and William. Hopefully, either before Thanksgiving or right after, and then get you guys activated and start earning those fire tokens. And then anybody in the Tory groups, let your groups know, whether it's the Idaho region or the Ohio region or wherever, that we will. There was somebody, I think, from the Washington state that contacted us about doing that, and I can't remember who it was. All right, I'm going to try to find that. Anybody else, any questions? Otherwise, we're going to do a prayer and book on out of here. Looking at the chat.
Really quick, what type of developers are you looking for?
I need WordPress developers. We have a forum on one of the websites that has been messy. I don't know how to even clean it up yet. We have pages that need updating, and yeah, just some general WordPress work on a couple of different sites, and we'd be willing to pay in fire tokens. It's Divi, the Divi WordPress theme.
Okay, I think maybe, I don't know, I'll check it out. I think maybe my husband and I could work on that because we do computer stuff. So we'll check it out.
Okay, right on. Does anybody remember who it was on the chat maybe 2 weeks ago that was from, I think, the Washington Tory group and really wanted to connect us to be able to get their people fire tokens? Can't find it.
Xavier, I don't know who that person was, and I wasn't around a couple of weeks ago, but I know when I got interested in FireOn, I went out to my exchanges looking for the FireOn tokens. Obviously, they're not out in public right now, so I'm guessing you guys are have them, and you're going to go public. You're asking people for support and paying them in FireOn tokens. Is that what we're doing?
Correct. Yes, I have minted them. They're in a wallet, and I will be sending them to people here who are on their FireOn quests. And then when it comes time, we're going to put them on an exchange. But I think what we're going to do is start them on our own exchange, and then put them in other places. Ultimately, we're at what's called pre-IPO range, or we're still at the friends and family kind of age stage, and really just like building the community. And then I can, and this is something I have been meaning to do and haven't done, is put the video explaining how to open up a fire token wallet on Trust Wallet and on MetaMask. And I think I have those pages built. I just have to activate them, right? And that's some of the things that I want to be doing. But yes, so right now it's like the way to get fire tokens are to go on FireOn quests, and some of those quests are taking part in these join the suit, taking part in writing letters to your senators and congressmen, demanding them to follow their oaths, and the writs of mandamus and the affidavits. And then also we're going to activate all of us as community managers to be able to share FireOn outside of our community and earn tokens for doing that, posting it about it on Twitter and other places,
Okay. Well, I'm part of the Tory group in Collin County, Texas, and I've done a lot of the letters already, but not that I'm looking for anything, but I just wanted to, I know you went off.
No, that's fine. Let's do it. Yep. If you want to advertise in your group that you guys can earn fire tokens, just send us. I'll make an announcement on the FireOn chat where you can send those, and with like a picture and saying these are my letters and here's my name, and I'll get the video. It's probably going to take a little while, probably between now and Christmas. We'll get it set up so that you can learn how to open up your MetaMask and Trust wallets, and then we'll start taking we'll start paying everybody back in fire tokens for their letters and for their filings and stuff.
Okay, and one other last thing is I'm an equipment engineer here in Texas Instruments, and that's what I do now. I'm kind of in between, well, close to getting fired or whatever, or mandated or exemption, and trying to learn Python and other stuff. So just let me know.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time and attention. And sorry, everybody, you know, crap that we're going through right now is unprecedented. All right. Alden, you have your hand up. I don't know if that's from last time or it's new.
No, that was me talking to you a while ago. So
that's it. That's it. All right, cool. Anybody else? Otherwise, we'll do a prayer and close out. Christopher Highfield. Welcome, Christopher Highfield.
What is up, brother? Long time no see.
Yeah, bro. How's things?
Man, I the last couple of weeks have been very, very interesting, brother. I made a choice to become homeless.
Oh, wow.
And take a trip around the United States and really just feel what it's like to live where most people don't live, you know? So it's been a very, yes, it's been the most like freeing experience ever. So it's very humbling. I've been able to like really take in every occasion, every exchange of you know, energy with people, kind of live in the moment. It's really really humbled me and given me a whole new sense of gratitude. So I just appreciate everything that you're doing and everybody here, first and foremost. So it's been an incredible experience. Seriously. I lived out of the back of my truck. I literally slept in the bed of my truck with a little tent, and I went to different homeless places and like just loved on everybody, took showers wherever I could, you know, ate food wherever I, you know, could. I left home with like $2 in my bank account because all my XRP got lost. So I had about, I don't know, 15 grand worth of XRP that I've been investing in since like 16 cents. And I just couldn't get into my accounts, and, you know, it was driving me nuts. So I just, I left the place I was staying and had a lot of me time, you know, and it definitely paid off. It was wonderful. I actually wrote something that I'd like to share with y'all.
Sure.
Before we get off of here. Is that cool?
Yeah, of course. What state are you in right now?
I actually came back to Alabama. I was down in St. Augustine, Florida. I went to Dallas and then straight to St. Augustine after that. Just kind of telling my testimony of who I was, where I was going, and, you know, just asked for blessings along the way. And I never went without food, never went without gas. Like, there's a lot of good people in this world, you know, there really is. And it kind of changed my whole outlook, because I'd been down a lot of rabbit holes, you know. I mean, I was one of the, you know, original like Q followers, and, you know, got into all the politics. And finally, I just realized that, you know, it's all to show us like who God really is, you know, like God created evil and good. So like, it's really just to show us the polarity of, you know, who we are as people, I think, or who I am. You know, I can't speak for everybody else, but it really just kind of showed me like, if there was no evil, we would never be able to appreciate the good. And this kind of ties into, I guess, you know, my experience here. But I wrote a couple paragraphs. If you don't mind if I read, I think it's like maybe 5 paragraphs. Maybe take like 2 minutes. Is that cool?
Everybody else? Anybody not want him to read it? All right, Chris, I think you're good.
Awesome. I haven't shared this with a whole lot of people, so it's kind of interesting. So hopefully you guys take something out of it. So, all right, I'll go ahead and begin. It says, a testimony is nothing but evidence provided by the existence of something. One exists, therefore they are a living testament. Leaving a home that provided comfort allows the opportunity for new growth and new experiences. A journey allows one to be ripped out of their comfort zone and placed into the unknown, and forces one not to rely on their own understanding of the box a man has planted us in for millennia. The shackles of anxiety and depression are just a construct of the mind. Oh, crap. You still there? Sorry about that. Somebody was calling.
Yeah. Nope. I'm still here. I think we all
So
are.
the shackles of anxiety and depression are just a construct of the mind. The key that liberates the entity's manacle of the mind is acceptance and gratitude, which allows one the chance to appreciate every breath and every occasion. The tie that binds one to these constructs of death is doubt. For if there is doubt, faith is yet a fallacy. Once awareness of these things and many others allows them to be, to become. By allowing, a new perspective is born in appreciation of every breath, every moment, and every engagement. It allows the gift of intuition and the ability to read the signs present, so questioning what is written is completely omitted. Accompanied by an overwhelming sense of gratitude, steadfastness, and humility. For being alone doesn't mean being lonely. Seeking doesn't mean one is lost. It's the sense of comfort in knowing that's the thrill. The anxiety of what is to come is smothered by the presence of unconditional love, and the depression of what has happened is overcome by the forgiveness that one seeks through action and faith, which is life versus death. What is it to live if you have no life? What is it to die if you haven't lived? This is only a reminder of appreciation of what is, and to allow the opportunity for one to become. Take what you want, for all is free when it's offered. Just don't cling to what is desired, for a closed fist is only a missed opportunity. If this journey inspires you, the gratitude and steadfastness and freedom is exponentially spread like a pebble into a calm body of water. May it ripple into the vast reaches of space that one could only imagine impossible. May it break down the barriers of separation and call forth a sense of unity unfathomable to human conception. For we are all one, cut from the same cloth of the divine, different in appearance maybe, yet carrying the same light that sparks the delta, inspires thought, and allows the journey to be experienced, not controlled. Drifting into the unknown with a slight grin of unveiling appreciation in the space that cultivated this moment, catapulting an undying obsession of gratitude in each environment and expression. May we unmute the strings of suppression with a knowing peace that passes all understanding as we drift into the infinite without definition. For an unaware drifter plays a song on muted strings. The challenge could be to liberate the intensity of living and heal the inner pain and confusion through accepting the truth of possibility, for I know nothing. The path is winding in chaos to deliver new growth and opportunity if one allows and is seeking. Just be sure to stop and feel the crisp breeze, admire the painted roses for what they are, so that a new perspective is born. Accept the truth, for it has no regard to emotion, for all that is began as a thought manifested into the physical reality. Polarizing? Maybe. Yet what is it to disregard the negative with a false sense of appreciation to the positive? For being in limbo is the whole point. What benefit is it to only see good? That only skews the perspective of balance into something unrealistic and half-baked. Impracticality and foolishness leads to delusory of the quixotic, irrational, and abstract, while clarity and delimitations carry us in unity to a place of awareness that ushers creativity of the infinite. May your burdens be lifted and appreciated as for they existed. Cast them into the lake of fire that purifies by way of seeing that all has been forgiven. Let us rise up in joy, for it is forgiveness of the unspoken that heals a broken heart, in turn creating a level playing field for all to observe in community. Hope everybody enjoys that. I wrote that like 3 or 4 days ago, and I haven't shared it with anybody. So what do you think?
Well, thanks, Chris. No, so you're on a really powerful transition journey, right? You're going from living in the matrix to being like, F this and let me see what's outside, right? And
yeah,
so it's like remixing your whole vibratory state. And so you're digging out these thoughts, these perceptions, these values from like deep within your subconscious, and you're bringing it to the fore, which is really dope. And like you're processing all of that and you put it into words, which is something that people rarely do, you know? So that's kudos to you. And thank you for sharing that with us for the first time. It must have taken some, I don't know, take something to just lay your heart bare like that, you know? So thank you.
Well, I think it really had to do with like just the negative connotation that I had on the world for a long time. Like just how, you know, I was kind of scared to explore and to look at, you know, things for what they were. And then once I put myself in the situation, like I really saw the good in people, even though they may not even see the good in themselves, you know. Like it's just it's almost like every time I have a conversation with somebody, I feel like I'm talking to God, you know. Like it's
that's the key, right? But how do you keep that? You got to be able to figure out a way to keep that going throughout the whole journey. Like when we look at elderly folk who've still got that spark of life, it's like they're like their eyes twinkle like little kids, you know. It's because they still have that I'm talking to God, really, you know. And I think that's when like the Buddhas meet and the gurus meet. Like that's the ultimate. They recognize each other as gods recognizing themselves, something like that. And so that's exciting that you're going on that journey. I wish you all the best, and I hope you can figure out how to get your XRP back. Like really.
Yeah, me too. Awesome. But you know, I think everything happens for a reason, and I think that you know the story's already been written. It's just getting to a place of allowance, and you know, just being grateful for every blessing that comes across my path, like opportunity to be on this call. You know, I mean, I appreciate you for having the dedication and the steadfastness to get on here and do what you do. I'm actually looking to connect with some people that know how to create like videos and edit them and things like that, because I really would like to document some of my story, because it's truly
dude, you should totally do that.
Incredible.
You don't even need to do it like high powered video editing, this and like just go on like TikTok has this stuff now where you could actually just put together your whole video right there. And I guarantee you, if you document your journey, like I just decided to become homeless and let's see where this goes, people will start following you and you could actually monetize that and make a whole ton of money. So it could be like the coolest adventure ever. So I'd say don't wait, for figuring out how to just look up some videos on how to make cool TikTok videos and do it that way, because people's lives have changed from this ridiculous app. So
I mean, I seriously left a job where I could have been making, $8,000 or $100,000 a year in a really small town. Like I would have had it made, but like I was called to go on this journey. I literally had $2 in my pocket and went to Dallas, literally had zero money. I lost everything, know? And like when I got I'm from Florence, Alabama, right? Florence, AL. Well, I started researching and doing like digging into scripture a little bit. And I kind of came upon the story of Saul, like going to Damascus and, changing his name to Paul and meeting Jesus along the way and everything. And whenever I was going from Dallas, I didn't know where I was going. I thought I was just going to go down to like Fort Walton in Florida. But I stopped over in Florence, Louisiana, which is LA, right? Florence, ALLA, right? And I met a cop named Christopher, right? Christ bearer, which is crazy, right? And then as I was getting back on the road, there was a shooting star that literally came over my truck and was like going straight down the road, like telling me to keep going, right?
Nice.
So I started doing all this research while I was on the road. I was like, okay, Damascus, huh? Like, so I looked it up. It was the oldest city, in the world, pretty much, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, like in the United States, St. Augustine, Florida is the oldest city. So I just kept on going and I went to St. Augustine, and like, it's been an incredible trip. Like I've been staying at the back of like, of
totally.
Cracker Barrel, just like hanging out, So how far away is that from Venus? I haven't even looked. Is that where you're at now?
No, Venus is west central Florida, like near Lake Placid.
Okay.
Closer to the
I
west
didn't know
coast
if you were still located over there or not.
No, like Florida's a great place, frankly, especially during the winter. Are you kidding me? Especially if you don't got a warm, house to be in. So just keep that in mind. But yeah. No, it's a really cool journey. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, man. Thank y'all so much for having me. Appreciate your time.
Yeah, and I think other people on the chat are saying, yes, definitely document your videos. Do it on TikTok, keep them to a minute, and like it'll blow up.
All right, bet. That sounds good.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Yeah. Cool. All right, everybody.
Thank y'all so much for everything. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good one.
You too, Christ Bearer. Let's see. Any other last minutes? Otherwise, we're going to do a prayer and get on up out of here. All right, cool. All right, take 4 breaths. We'll take an inhale, a pause, an exhale, a pause, and do that 4 times. Ready? Inhale. Hold it. Exhale. Hold it. Inhale. Hold it. Exhale. Hold it. Inhale. And hold it. Exhale. And hold it. Inhale. Hold it. Exhale. And just breathe normally. Creator of the universe, thank you so much for our lives. Thank you for us being here and experiencing this world at this time, in this most crazy of times. Thank you for watching over us and being here with us in our gathering, in our minds, in our hearts, in the beginnings of this company and this adventure. Thank you for being in our hearts and in our families' hearts and watching over our families in safety, protecting them and guiding them in harmony with all of the planets and all of the situations on this planet and all of the different machinations that are taking place that are ultimately the sea of your consciousness. Thank you for taking care of us and providing us with all that we need to survive and thrive and be happy, joyous, and rejoice in you and in adventure and in inspiration and imagination. I love my family and I love my life and the challenges of it. And I love the opportunity to be here working this particular mission at this particular time with these particular people. Thank you for watching over them and their families. Thank you for providing us with the opportunities to advance in our lives and do better for our families and for our future generations. And for giving us the awareness of you and the consciousness of you that moves through all things, and the forests and the skies and the oceans. And thank you for the purity of all those things. We seek that more. We seek the healing of the lands and the healings of our ancestors and the healings of our relations. We rebuke all of that which is evil. We rebuke all of that which is unholy and impure and gross, that would seek to cut off nature and cut off your spirit from all that which moves through all things. We rebuke that and say, no, that's not us. That's not what we want. It's not what I am. I am beautiful. I am strong. I am pure and I am good in your name. And I make that which is around me better just by being, and by seeing, and by loving. And let that grow. Let that vibration, let that experience and that awareness grow and overtake the planet and overtake the people so that they might remember who they are and what they are in the face of all of this chaos, that they remember what it means to be good and pure and loving and kind, that they remember peace. And I rebuke fear and I rebuke evil and I rebuke hatred and anger. And I say, you have no place here. Be gone. And thank you for the success of Phiron and all of these wonderful people here. May they all be blessed in their days, in the future here, and then today. Let them know in some special way that only they would know that you are there and that they are loved. In Christ's name, amen. I hope. Thank you, everybody. Everybody have a wonderful week.